All right, so we have here, write the terms of, we have the sum of f of x of I times delta x, okay, and I'm going to talk about that as I goes from 1 to 4, with the first term being 0, x of 1, the second term, x of 2 equaling to 2, the third term equaling to 4, the fourth term equaling to 6. And it says delta x is equal to 1.5 for the function f of x is equal to 3x squared. Evaluate the sum. All right, so this is kind of tricky here because you have delta x, which is given. Then we have f of x of 1. Okay, then it says we have this function. So what is asking us to do? Yes, we're going to substitute these values in for our subscripts for each term. It's telling us what each term is equal to for this example. So what you're saying here is how we're looking at this expression where you have f of x of I times delta x. Well, they're telling us what is, in essence, f of x. It's telling us it's 3x squared. So what this is saying here, f of x of, excuse me, let's erase that. What you're saying here, f of x is the same thing as saying 3x squared times this delta x. That's what this question is, how it's formulated, giving us some values that we're going to plug in. Now, delta x, we know that it says delta x is 1.5. Okay, that's what it's equal to. So this is what the expression looks like, coming from where we started to how we are writing it out in a way that we understand this question a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do, so you're saying here 3 times x of 1 squared times delta x. This is what you're saying, how it should be written out, plus 3 times x of 2 squared times delta x, plus 3 times x of 3 squared times delta x. And then lastly, 3 times x of 4 squared times delta x. So wherever we see the subscript of 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to put the appropriate value in there. And then where we see delta x, we know we're going to plug in 1.5. So our first parenthesis, our first term, how this is written, we're saying 3 times x of 1 squared. So we said x of 1 was 0. So we have here 0 squared times 1.5 the next term, the second term, 3 times, what is x of 2? Which is 2. So we're saying 2 squared times our delta x, which is 1.5. Excuse me. There should be 1.5. That is a 1.5. It didn't come out correctly here. Next one. 3 times x of 3 squared, sub 3, we said was 4. So 3 times 4 squared times 1.5 plus 3 times 6 squared times 1.5. Let's look at each parenthesis. We have here 3 times 0 times 1.5. Here we have 3 times 4 times 1.5. And we can keep going. 3 times 16 times 1.5. And then plus 3 times 36 times 1.5. And we know the first term, the first parenthesis or bracket here, because 0 is a factor, it makes the whole thing 0. Plus the next one we have here, that's what, 12 times 1.5, which gives us 18. Plus 3 times 16 times 1.5, that is 72. And then 3 times 36 times 1.5, that's 162. And then we have a value of 256. There we go.